Hi everyone, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the light bringers, and the soulpreneurs of this world to live their most magical life. So if you are watching this on my YouTube channel on the replay, make sure you hit that subscribe button, or if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure that you do that, because I have my monthly tarot scopes over there and other videos over there, so you're going to want to make sure that you subscribe to that as well. So we are going to dive into this week's energy. Before we talk about the energy, I do want to highlight that I now have all of the video replays and all of the course materials available for my tarot development class for sale. It's on sale this week until for $25 off until through the end of the day on Saturday. So if you are interested in learning how to read tarot, in further developing your tarot skills, in learning the traditional way to read tarot and the intuitive way to read tarot, that is all available through the course. I'll make sure that I post that below so that you guys can check that out. It is an 8-part course. Each class is about an hour and a half with exercises and different things that you can do to keep building upon your skills. So I had so much fun teaching that class. I hope that you guys will join me. There also is a Facebook community that you can join to be part of that and to have a community to work with as you practice and as you learn. So those that's what I have going on there. We're going to dive into this week's energy. Now we have officially stepped out of Mercury retrograde, and while I understand that it is still in its shadow period, so we are going to still continue to feel a little bit of that. I don't know about you guys, but I felt just like the clouds have opened, you know, and things seem more clear. There is some clarity, and if you haven't found your clarity yet to things, I mean, we always have more things that we need clarity on anyway, right? But I do feel like there's some clarity on the horizon, and we did some pretty important work through that process. But it's like, I don't know, just like some things, it's like we can see things clearly, we can see things a little bit differently. We have some understandings about ourselves, about our lives, about what it is that we're supposed to be doing. And I do feel like very much the collective goal of some of these things that have been happening here in the universal energy has been to bring us to coming back to, or starting to connect with, what's next for us. You know, what is our soul calling for? And I can't tell you how many times over the past week or so that I've had people come in and they say, you know, I just feel like there's something that I need to be doing, or need to be starting, or that I'm needing, or I'm just feeling pulled to do this. And that's your soul calling, okay? Like there are things being awakened within us that are supposed to be showing us that next step for us. What's next for us? What are we supposed to be putting our time and energy into next, or what things? Because sometimes it's not just one thing. And so right now the energy is very much supporting us taking the time, if we are beginning to get clear about that. And sometimes like that feels scary, right? When I started to think about starting the business that I have and leaving the job that I had, that felt very scary. And sometimes it felt scary to even start to dream about what was next or what I was going to do. But this is very much a period of, we need to start to create the vision. What is the vision? What is the direction that you're moving in? What is, you know, like give yourself and give the universe some kind of a plan here, or put your order in with the universe, as I always say. So allowing yourself to dream a little bit and create this vision of where it is that you would like to go. And I always like to say with stuff like that, put that order in, but also understand that God, the universe, whatever you want to call that, is going to deliver on that in the way that is best for your highest and best good. So it might not be that exact vision that you put in. In fact, oftentimes it's not, because I find that we, as much as we sometimes think that we know, we don't oftentimes know what is best for us or the best way, because we don't have the ability to see that from the perspective that our higher power can see it from. So we have to have some faith we have to have some trust in that, but can we begin to like put that vision out there, right? And can we begin to create a forward movement? The energy is moving forward now. So can you start to take action in the direction of your dreams, even if it's just like little stuff, to begin to create an energy around that, to begin to create a momentum around that. I feel as though we have been doing that a little bit even through retrograde, which I found to be a little bit different, but can we start to create an energy around that, or deepen an energy around that, or begin to like help that energy to move forward and progress in the direction of our dreams? And I also feel like there's a lot of relationship energy going on right now, and right now I'm feeling like it's like a little bit harmonious in a lot of ways, unless, you know, we're finding that that there are some connections or relationships that we're sort of meant to be releasing or moving forward from. But I do feel like there's a lot of good energy around, deepening our connections and friendships and relationships, or just even deepening our connection with ourself. I felt like there's a lot of work as a collective around self-love, and I think that we're going to be continuing with that energy as well. So really asking yourself, how can I love myself better? How can I take better care of myself? What do I need to do? What do I need? I think the more energy that you can put into that, the better right now. That's going to be really key in creating a solid foundation for yourself to be able to do the things that you are destined to do. So making sure that you put energy into that. I want you to also really take a look back at the past 3, even 4 weeks or so, or the past several months even, because I think that this reflection is really important, and asking yourself, what did I learn? What do I understand better about myself? What do I need to be implementing? What do I feel like I need to be doing? What do I understand in a different way? That's going to really show you the work that you've been doing, and it's going to give you a sense of what to do next. So begin to ask those questions around that as well. So we are also going to dive into the cards for this week. So this is showing us the direction of the energy this week and suggestions for how we can best navigate this week. By the way, if you guys are watching, make sure you say hi. I always love to hear from you, whether you're watching live or on the replay. So we have this 2 of Water card upright. Okay, so again, this is really saying to me a lot of beautiful energy around relationships, just harmonious energy around relationships. I feel like we've done some work, so maybe this is like a deepening, a reconnecting. This can be for those that are looking, this can be a connecting to your soulmate card, so this could be a great week for that as well, or a deepening of a connection with that soulmate. But this can also be with your family members. This can be with friendships, even work relationships, that kind of stuff, a deepening of a connection and a positive energy, relationships continuing to move forward. This can also be forgiveness. I do want to highlight that, okay? So, because I feel like we have worked through a lot of things, so we may find ourselves being in a place where we can suddenly, forgiveness is a process, but where we feel ready to let some things go, where we feel ready to forgive some things, and understanding that when we forgive, we actually release ourselves from that energy, an energy that has been holding us back and keeping us tied to specific things. So forgiveness, moving forward, letting go is also part of this energy here. Then we have the 7 of Air upright. Okay, so this to me is saying that we're stepping away from a pattern, from something that we've been doing that we know has not been serving us, that we know has not been good for us, or we are continuing to build upon a change that we already had made that allowed us to step away from some old habits, old patterns, old ways of thinking. But there's something that we are, I always see this card, like it's hard to see, but like there's like a merry-go-round of these unicorns, and then we have the 2 unicorns in the back, and I always see those 2 unicorns in the back as deciding to get off the ride, so there is a decision of it's time to get off the ride, it's time to stop repeating the cycle, it's time to stop repeating this habit, this pattern, whatever this is for you. it's time to let something go, and I think that we will. And I think some of that comes from the Star card reversed, asking ourselves, what do I need to do to be more connected to my light? You connecting to your light is the most important thing that you can do to change the status of this world right now. And I know that sounds crazy, like how can me connecting to my light change the world? But here's what happens. When you work on yourself and your light and creating more light, what you do is you begin to shine that light. And when you begin to shine that light, you begin to share that light with others, and it begins to inspire other people to connect with their light. And slowly but surely, it's like when we're lighting up the birthday cake with the one candle, right? Slowly but surely, we begin to light up the world. And that truly is energetically what can happen when you begin by focusing on you, focusing on what you need to connect with your light, and allowing that light to shine for other people and inspiring that for other people. So what do you need to do to raise your vibration, to connect with your light, to feel better about yourself, to feel better in your world, to feel more balanced, to feel more positive, to feel more uplifted? What do you need to change? What do you need to add into your life? What do you need to let go of in order to allow you to connect on a deeper level with your light? It is more important than ever right now. I've talked about this. We truly are in a place where we're at energetically at war. There, light versus dark, and anything that we can do to contribute to that light-based energy is going to help with the ascension of the planet. That's very real and really, really important right now. The next card that we have here is the Three of Earth. And by the way, being a source of light, being kind, being a source of love is really, really key right now as well. Especially for those people that annoy you, upset you, make you angry, can we show them love anyway? Because this is really key, again, in helping with the ascension of the planet right now. So the Three of Earth is very much about creativity, okay? So I do see a lot of creative energy this week. I do see us tapping into that creativity. I do see us using that creativity to best navigate our lives. And creativity is, that can be a million different things, but how can you allow yourself to be in that flowy energy and that creative energy and allow the ideas to come through, allow yourself to do something creative, allow yourself to have creative ideas or different ways to approach it than maybe you would have in the past. Just let that creativity come in. It's also an energy of being a team player. So you don't have to do everything on your own. So how can you let other people step in and help you where they want to? Are you open to letting other people assist with things? This is going to be really helpful in best navigating this week. We have the Awakening card, which is really supporting this idea of us understanding things from a new perspective, from a different perspective, right? We see things with new eyes, with fresh eyes after this process that we've been through. And if you don't feel like you're quite there yet, know that that's coming in the very near future, okay? Know that you're right on the cusp of that. But the awakening is we see things from a different perspective. It's we finally get it. We finally understand. And like I said earlier, there's always more questions, right? But at least some of our questions become more clear, or we understand what the next step is for us, or we understand some new things about ourselves, or we understand how we need to change the way that we're viewing the world to help ourselves to be more successful. Or the possibilities are endless, but a shift in perspective, a shift in how you see the world, an understanding and a clarity of things. And then this last card that we have here is the Two of Air reversed. And again, this is really suggesting to me that there is an ending of a pattern, a habit of the Two of Air for me is very much two parts of yourself battling. Hi, Colleen, finally catching me live. Good, thanks for watching. So two parts of yourself that are battling, right? But this is kind of where that soul part of yourself wins over the ego, right? It's the soul versus the ego. And the ego wants one thing and the soul wants another. And this is you get to that place where the soul says, I understand that I'm stronger. I understand. I have clarity now, and I understand what is best for me. I understand what I need to do here. And even if I feel afraid, I am going to do it anyway. So I see us getting to that place this week. Again, that might feel very scary, but I see us moving in that direction. So this is a really beautiful thing. Those are your messages for this week. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. If you want to learn more about me or about clarity, you can check me out at discoveryawakening.com. If you guys want to help to support this video, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, share this video, comment on this video. All of it helps for it to go further and for me to connect with more people. So thanks so much, guys, and I will see you soon with another video. Take care.